Did you have something in your throat?
I had surgery on my back neck. They didn't know what it was.
Oh, maybe I'm just, I don't know. Why would I hear goiter? That's kind of weird. Maybe someone thought it was something like that. Because when I looked at you, I kept looking at your neck. I don't know if you saw me, but I was, okay. Did Mom know that?
Oh, they have yeah.
Well, she's saying I watched.
They get to be there.
Did they cut you open?
Yeah, come by and
Yeah, because she's saying, she's showing me a Pez dispenser. You know how the head goes. That's what I call my buddy. He had thyroid surgery. He's got a big scar. It goes right across the bottom of his neck. And I call him Pez. He hates it. Don't call me Pez. Who's Frank? You know one. Speak up, woman.
Frank.
Do you by chance know a Frank? Do you play cards, or did Dad play cards, or Mom?
Oh, my mother didn't play cards.
Any reason I'd hear like the old games like Pinochle, Canasta?
Pitch.
Yeah, the older ones. Is she a bingo lady?
Oh, yeah.
She's saying, I love my bingo. Who the hell's Frank? He's saying turn around. Did I turn too far? Yeah, he said turn around. I'm not with them, he's yelling. I'm not with them. You in the hat, I'm not with them, is what I'm hearing. The hippie, he's calling me a hippie. Was he a short hair?
Yeah.
I call you short hairs. Was he a drinker?
Yes.
Because I feel all of a sudden I feel like I'm a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was an acquired taste, he's saying.
Yes, he was.
Not everybody wanted to acquire me.
He really did not.
Which was okay with me. You know, I knew my faults, but I was okay with it because I knew who I was and what I liked, and it is what it is. Should everyone be like that, or should we always try and mold ourselves so everyone likes us? I don't know. Because I run into both during readings. I'm not sure which is better. Any reason I'd see sign language? Have you ever done it? Had to do it? Was around it? Yes.
I mean, I.
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
Put your foot up. Don't think why.
Yeah.
If I'm asking you a question, just think factually. And I'm not begrudging you, but a lot of people will say, was it important to me? Was it? And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, I just see stuff when I'm looking at you. Because my head goes into your head and starts pulling stuff out, which is scaring me right now. Do you know an Ellen or Helen? Do you? Eleanor? Helen, yeah, Ellen or Helen? Helen. I was just thinking of every name that sounds like that. Who's that? Is she Oh, is she here or gone? Well, she's saying hi. I'm hearing hi from Ellen or Helen. I pushed my way to the front, she's saying. Did she have any head issues? Who gets the headaches? I think that's the head stuff. Do you have a sinus condition, or did the sinuses cause the headaches? Or what, did you have a sinus condition?
I have really bad sinus.
Oh.
And I do get really bad migraines.
Yeah. I don't know if they're related, because it's interesting I got both at the same time, and I'm kind of, medical is kind of my thing. And I'm seeing the chicken and egg thing, so maybe. Hold on. The vessels behind the nasal cavity that are close to the forehead almost interlock. In her case, instead of interlocking, they just touch. And because of that, there's a not the proper transfer of blood, and there builds up a pounding effect, and they pound against each other. And so the pounding of the blood vessels in the nasal cavity push against those that they normally go around, and they're hitting them, and they cause the pain to radiate. You can say I'm full of shit, but I'm not sure I can make that up. It's weird. I looked at a woman once. I said, you have a deaf son? And she said, yeah. And I said, there was an anomaly in the 16th gene of his genealogy. And it just came out of my mouth. So who knows? Either I should be writing all this shit down, or I'm full of shit. One of the two. Yeah, normally those veins bypass each other. And in your case, when one pulsates, it pushes against the other. And anyway, I can see it in my head. I know it sounds crazy.
It's probably where my eye.
Is it more on one side? Do you ever notice? Yeah, because I know I'm saying after the fact, but it felt more like on the right. Do you have sciatic, or did mom? Yeah.
Sciatica?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You live with chronic pain, don't you? You don't bitch too much about it. Who has his watch? Who has his watch? Does someone have Dad's watch? Is there a pocket watch in the family? Yes.
My husband who has, his dad has a pocket watch.
Did it go to him?
Yeah.
So your husband's coming through. Did you say no the first time he asked you out?
Yeah.
Ah, that's what he's saying. He's going, I walked away going, shit, man. He's saying, but I wanted some of that and I wasn't going to give up. Did he ask for your hand? Did he? He's shown me going up and asking parents for a young lady's hand. I'd have done it. I'd do it all again in a second. I wouldn't even think twice. The good times way outweigh the bad times with you. You're my rock, and I'm not sure I deserved you. Was it sudden? He's saying I didn't have time to say much. Did he collapse? I was seeing it. A lot of times they'll find a memory in my head and press play. I did a reading for a woman. This is what they were showing in my head, and she was at a picnic, and her mom was at the picnic table. Her dad was at the grill. Dad said, "Hand me the hot dogs," and she went like this and turned around, and he was on the ground dead. She's playing that in my head. Was it Canastota? Did he make it? Or did they take his body or him to the hospital? That's what he's saying. Are you his daughter? He's calling you daughter. It didn't make a difference to me. I'm telling you. It didn't. I'm being serious. You were my daughter. I don't need somebody else's blood to be running through to make you mine. And the hardest part of this whole thing is I can't decide if it was better off to do what happened or if I'd have been sitting in a bed deteriorating like a lot of the people that we know that died. I wrestle with that question as a medium. I can't decide which would be better. Not watching someone suffer but not being able to say goodbye, or watching someone like my dad turn into a piece of meat. I don't know. He's saying I rather would have... I left the way I would have preferred, he's saying. As sorry as I'm saying, as sorry as I am to say that I didn't get a chance to say a proper goodbye. But it's interesting because my dad, God rest his soul, I asked my mom one day, did he ever sit you down, and it may not be my business, but did he ever sit you down and say, I'm going to miss you? She said he never even mentioned it. He couldn't. He didn't have it in him. He never even rolled over in bed and said, oh, I'm going to miss you. He just ignored it until the day he died. But that's the way he was. He didn't have that energy. I don't know why I'm telling this story. Maybe it's relevant.